Getting invited to interview for a medical school is exciting, but it can also be quite scary. Hi, so my name's Saif, I'm a first-year medicine student at the University of Sunderland. After submitting your UCAS application, you may be invited to an interview. This can be based on factors such as your GCSEs, your UCAT or BMAT score, and potentially other things such as a role and responsibilities form, which are used by medical schools such as Keele and Sunderland. Of course, to get an interview, you'll have had to submit your UCAS application by the 15th of October. Different medical schools weigh in different factors when it comes to inviting people for interviews, and an invitation to interview may be based on additional metrics such as your personal statement. In this video, we'll be talking about the types of interviews offered by UK medical schools, such as MMIs, panel interviews, and assessment centres. So MMIs, which are also known as multiple mini interviews, they consist of several stations which may assess a different skills such as logical reasoning or numerical reasoning. The good thing about MMIs is that because you're being interviewed by different people, if you feel like you've screwed up on one interview, you can potentially redeem yourself on the other stations. But a disadvantage with MMIs is that they can be quite long, given that you're having several mini interviews. A panel interview is another type of interview offered by particular UK medical schools. These are more like traditional interviews where you may have 2 to 4 people on a panel that are interviewing you. These may be doctors or medical school staff. Of course, with panel interviews, the entire interview is in one sitting. On the other hand, with MMIs, you may have several sittings, such as 6 different stations, which means with an MMI you get more opportunities to show yourself to different people. With the odd medical school, you may potentially be invited to an assessment centre. These can last several hours and can include individual and group tasks. And of course, you'll want to be demonstrating that you can work well in group tasks, because as a doctor you'll be working in multidisciplinary teams centred around patient care. Because of the ongoing global situation, you may be invited to an online interview rather than an in-person interview. For example, my medical school interview last year was on Microsoft Teams, and this included a numeracy test. Of course, with online interviews, you don't need to worry about getting to the medical school, and you also don't need to worry about what sort of clothes you're wearing beyond the camera's range. However, with an in-person interview, you essentially get given the opportunity to meet your potential course mates, and you can also better familiarise yourself with the university. Successful after your interview, you may be given a conditional offer to study medicine, being that you get 3 A's in your A-levels with an A in chemistry and 1 other science.